Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Sadaqallahul azim. This is my introduction. Ahmed Raza, Computer Science and ICT instructor and HSE professional. The topic for today's discussion is Python programming. How to download and install Python. This we have discussed already. We will take the recap of the previous lesson. Python is a popular general purpose programming language. It is used in machine learning, web development, desktop applications, and many other fields. Fortunately for beginners, Python has a simple, easy to use syntax. So anyone who is new to programming can learn the Python easily. This makes Python a great language to learn for the beginners. Why? Because it has a very simple syntax, and even if you are a beginner, you don't know about programming at all, even from the very first lesson, you can feel confident that I can do programming. It's very easy to learn. Variables and constant. What is a variable? It is a quantity whose value keep on changing. Just like, for example, in our daily life, we can give the examples of temperature is changing all the time itself is changing all the time. So the quantities which keep on changing are variables. In mathematics, we are familiar with xyz. Xyz are normally used as variables in mathematics. Constant is the value which is not changing. It is a quantity whose value remain consistent in our daily life and in programming also. So we will discuss about these concepts in detail in the coming slides. By the end of this lesson, the student should be able to apply the concepts of variables and constants in their programs. Apply the use of input and output statements in their programs. When we talk about the structure of a program in Python, the simplest program which we can write in any programming language is to print a message. And to print a message, normally we are using a statement, an output statement, which is called print. Like as you can see on the screen, print Bismillah. This is the simplest example of a program. So I have written the word print, and after that, whatever I want to print, I have written in double quotes. So this is the simplest example of a program. And when I have run this program, you can see this is the output. If we move forward, one of the simplest program which we can write is to add or subtract two numbers. For this, we need different ingredients. The two main are variables and constants. For example, x, y, z we are normally using as variable in mathematics. 10, 20, 30 we normally use as constants in mathematics. We will open here ideally integrated development and learning environment. When you will open idle, so this is the interface where we can write print Bismillah. This is my first program in Python. So you can see here I have used the print statement, and after that the message which I want to print I have written in double quotes. When I will press the enter key from the keyboard, the message will be printed. Bismillah, this is my first program in Python. But normally when we are writing the program, we'll click on file, new file, and here we will start writing the program. Print welcome to Python. To run the program, we will click on run menu, run module. Source must be saved. Okay to save. Yes, we want to save, because unless and until we save, we won't be able to run. So I'm writing here demo dot py, demo2.py. I have created a folder. So you can also create a folder where you want to save your file. So I have created a folder here, desktop and Python. So I will save it here. Welcome to Python. I will close from here and I will run the program again. So welcome to Python. We will go back to the presentation again. Input and output statement. The statement which we have used right now on the screen, print statement. Similar to this, we will use input statement. So input statement is the one which is used to enter data, to give data, to provide data to computer. And output statement is the one which is used to retrieve data on the screen, which is used to display data on the screen, which is used to print something on the screen. What is input in computer? The data we enter, the instructions we enter, the instruction we give to computer, either by clicking mouse or either by using keyboard. The instructions which we are giving to the computer are called inputs. And in the same way, what computer giving us back after processing is called output. So whatever's displayed on the screen is called output. Input statement. With respect to programming and with respect to programming in Python particularly, input statement is a statement which is used to enter data, which is used to get the data from the user. How it will happen, this we will see in the coming slide. We will see practically. This statement is used to input data into the computer. Input statement will enable the user to enter data at runtime. The syntax of writing input statement is given below. Input, and after that, in brackets, in double quotes, here you will type message in double quotes. So just like the print statement, we will enter the whatever we want to print, we will write in double quotes. But print is an output statement and input is an input statement. So means input statement will be used to enter data and print will be used to display data. We'll see again here. For example, input, please enter value of x, or input, please enter the value of y. Like this, we can use the input statement. We will learn practically after a couple of minutes. Variables and constants in Python, input and output statement, you can see a separate video on my channel, Distance Learning with Ahmed. And you will find there how we can use variable, constant, input and output statement in a Python program. But we will continue with our session, implementation of variables and constants. So I'm giving you a scenario, a program statement. So what is the program statement? Write a program to develop a basic calculator in Python. So basic calculator, as we know, we have four basic mathematical operations, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So first of all, we will take the basic overview of operators in Python. Python has a variety of operators, arithmetic operators, comparison operators, assignment operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, membership operators, and identity operators. So first of all, we will discuss about arithmetic operators. Then we will discuss about comparison operators. Then we will discuss about assignment operators and then logical operators. Bitwise operators, membership operators, and identity operators we will skip for this time. We will discuss some other time. There are several different categories of operators in Python. We will go with the most important ones first. These include arithmetic operators, comparison operators, which these are also known as relational operators. Then we will discuss assignment operators and logical operators. Arithmetic operators, as you can see, plus is used for addition, and you can see the example 10 plus 20 is 30. Minus used for subtraction, 20 minus 10 equal to 10. Steric sign is used for multiplication, 10 into 20, 200. Forward slash is used for division, 20 by 10, answer is 2. Percentage sign is used for modulus, 22 modulus 10, the answer is 2. Because when you will divide 22 by 10, what will be the remainder? The quotient will be 2 and the remainder will also be 2. Modulus operator will point out the remainder. So if we change value 22 by 23, so answer will be 3. Then double steric sign is used for exponent. 4 raised to power 2 is 16, means 4 into 4. And lastly, double forward slash is used for floor division. If we divide 9 by 2, normally the answer should be 4.5. But in this case, it will exclude the fractional part and it will only show the integral part. So 4.5, 0.5 will be discarded and 4 will be displayed. This is a sample example. A equal to 21, B equal to 10. So A plus B, A minus B, A steric B, A slash B. This we'll see practically on the screen as well. This is an example of arithmetic calculators, how we can calculate. Now we'll go back to the idle and we will see practically. So we'll go back to the integrated development and learning environment so that we can see these things practically. We will open idle, ideally integrated development and learning environment where we can write the Python programs. We'll click on file, new file. First we will take two numbers. We will add, then we will subtract, then we will multiply, then we will divide. These are the 7 arithmetic operators I have written. I'm changing the values here from 21 and here I will write 10 so that we can understand the use of these operators. When I will run this program, run module, okay, arithmetic.py. So it didn't display anything because we have not included any output statement until now. So we have given the input, we have formed the calculations, but we have not included the output statement. So the output statement normally we are using in Python is print. So now we'll start printing our result. Print sum of num1 and num2 is equal to, where this result is stored in the variable add. Difference of num1 and num2, this value is stored in subtraction, the variable sub. Num1 and num2 is equal to mul. Print quotient of num1 and num2 is equal to diff. Modulus of num1 and num2 mod. Exponent of num1 and num2 exp. So we have calculated all the values and we have included the print statement so that we can see the result on the screen. Now we'll run our program, run module. Source must be saved. Okay to save, yes. So you can see on the screen sum of num1 and num2 is 31. Difference of num1 and num2 is 11. Sum num2 has been subtracted from num1. In the same way, product of num1 and num2 quotient is 2.1. Floor division is 2. So what is the difference between quotient and floor division? When we are using a single slash, it will give us answer with decimal point 2.1. But in case of floor division, you can see the answer is 2. It means the fractional part will be discarded. Modulus will give us the remainder. When we divide two numbers, what will be the remainder? When we are dividing 21 by 10, so 10 2 times 20, what will be remainder? 1. So this one is the remainder. So modulus is used for remainder. And exponent is the power. So num1 raised power to num2. So 441 is the answer. Have a look at the code again. Here we have added the two numbers, subtracted the two numbers, multiplied the two numbers, divided the two numbers, divided second number by number 1. This is the floor division. This will give you answer with decimal part, with fractional part also. But floor division will give you only the integral part. It will discard the fractional part. Modulus will give you the remainder. And exponent, it should be here, num1 raised power to num2. These are the print statement. This is just a string sum of num1 to and num2. This will be printed as it is. It is just added to understand this result. In the same way, difference of num1 and num2 is a string. This is just to explain this value, which will be stored in the variable sub. Product, quotient, floor division, modulus, and exponent. How many variables we have used in this program? Num1 is the first variable, num2 is the second variable, then add, subtract, yani sub, mul, div, fd, mod or mod, exp. So these are the variables. Two constant values we have used here, 21 and 10. This equal to sign is known as an assignment operator. Plus sign is used for addition. Minus sign is used for subtraction. This sign is used for multiplication. Single slash is used for division. Double slash is used for floor division. Percentage sign is used for modulus. And double steric sign is used for exponent. So these are 7 arithmetic operators used in Python. Now I will remove this value with input statement so that we can enter the value at runtime. So I am using here int input. So now when we will run this program, it will display this message and we will be able to enter the value at runtime. So input statement is used to get the values from the user. Input statement will enable the cursor to blink on the screen and we will be able to enter the values from the keyboard after we run the program. You will see the this on the screen. I will click on run module. Again, the changes will be saved. Please enter the value of num1, like for example 5. Please enter the value of num2, say 2. So sum of num1 and num2 is 7. Difference is 5 minus 2, 3. Product is 5 multiplied by 2, 10. Quotient is 5 divided by 2. So this will give the answer with integral and fractional part both. So 2.5. But floor division 5 divided by 2. So it has discarded this 0.5, yani fractional part. So you will be able to see here 2. Then mod of num1 and 2. When we are dividing 5 by 2, 2 times 4 and 1 will be the remainder. And exponent of num1 and num2, 5 raised to power 2 means 5 multiplied by 5. So the result will be 25. I hope you have understood the use of input statement. You have understood the use of print statement, you have understood the use of variables and constants, and you have learned about the 7 arithmetic operators used in Python. Thank you very much. See you in the next lesson.